She gives you a wink.
Will do. And I wink back. I'm gonna keep this pager so I can reach you quicker.
I was counting on that.
Good. I chuckle and I turn.
I ship it.
Now kiss.
Right where we left off, and that is you guys escaping the jungle planet after releasing a massive titan onto the inhabitants, killing any non-beast formers, and you guys escape just in time. And right now you're in lower orbit, currently escaping to outer space. Action.
Did we just doom a planet by releasing that thing?
Well, we're not on a planet anymore, so who really cares?
I really hope we didn't. I just really hope. Ugh.
I'm just bummed that we don't have the Grey Raptor anymore.
Yeah.
This thing was fast, and it actually had a break. You guys, if you guys are gonna keep trying to take on bounties, like, you guys need to get an actual break.
Are you insulting my ship?
And probably fix the hole that is in your ship, also.
The ship shakes through turbulence, and Zephyr falls out of his booster seat, out of the co-captain's chair, and he appears to be passed out. Poor little guy. I believe his processing power is too much for the Venderbot body and requires more energy to continue on.
Zephyr?
I'm gonna kick him, like lightly kick him with my foot.
Oh no, that's not gonna end well.
He grunts, but there is no response.
Somebody needs a nap.
I think he's passed out, guys.
Is he okay?
Well, I mean, should we leave him there or, like, put us for... I mean, I vote for leaving him there because I can laugh at him every time I look at him, but...
I'm gonna pick him up.
Yeah, I think we should put him in a slab.
Yeah.
Don't put him in his room. His room has a
know.
loophole.
I was gonna say, I don't know if we could maybe just, like, lay him on one of the couches in the living space for now, since, Purple Bot is using theirs.
You could put him in my room.
Fair enough.
Just throw him on the slab.
Well, I'm not gonna throw him, but yes, I'm gonna take him to...
I vote we throw him.
I'll take him to Strato's room.
Okay, so Spitfire Zephyr and begins walking to Strata's room. How would you like to put him down? Gently, not gently?
Gently.
Make another bump. Make another dent.
No! I don't even remember if he knows the first one.
A little dent on his head.
I don't think he's noticed.
And then Mantyx, you just asked, where are we going?
Yes, I did.
And at that moment, Strato, you get a message on your communicator that you got from the drunk Cybertronian back in Iacon. And it says it's from Nightbird and to meet on the outermost orbit at their ship for the drop-off. And they send you coordinates.
Okay. I guess I have your answer, Mantyx. Nightbird wants a rendezvous so we can exchange some of our canisters with them.
Alright. I should probably reach out to my contact as well and see where he wants me to go.
Sounds like a plan. I'm not well versed in handling a spaceship, so I can pass you on my coordinates, and you can.
Yeah, I'll handle it till Spitfire gets back.
Thank you, and I'll give him the coordinates.
Can I punch them in?
Absolutely.
Alright, I shall assume control of the ship and start taking us there.
Conveniently, their ship is not far away from your location, a mere 30-second ride from your lower orbit to upper orbit. And their ship, it looks smaller than the Blue Jay, more slimmer, and it doesn't look like it has a second floor. It looks like it can only fit maybe 4 or 5 different passengers. It looks like a stealth vehicle, more boomerang in shape, if that makes sense.
Yep, I figured.
Okay, and it's a blue-gray color. So you guys make a small docking next to it, so your ships are like up against each other.
Okay.
Visual that in your head, I guess. However,
Done.
The doors open.
Is there a name on the ship?
There is none on the outside that you can see.
Well, one of us should. Strato, would you like to go and meet them? I believe they're your contact.
Yes.
All right.
How much canisters did we need? I think it was 4.
Yeah, 4. We have 8 total right now.
So I'll take. How many did Zephyr have? Was it half and half? Did you have 4 and Zephyr have 4?
Yeah. Well, I had 5 and he had 3, but
He had
you
3.
can take
Okay.
one of mine.
Okay. So I'll pick one of yours, and then I'll go into my room and take the other 3 from Zephyr. And I'll inform Spitfire, we're meeting from Nightbird, and I'm gonna do the exchange. I'll be right back.
Alright, good luck.
Thank you.
I'm gonna stay at the
And I'll-
controls in case something happens.
You walk into their ship, and it's not quite dim, but the colors are kind of warm. On the inside, it's like a warm orange. And you see Nightbird. Nightbird has a dome-like head, has a mask. It's more purple with bright yellow eyes, and a black and gray slim body, much like as if RC had a goth phase.
Strato, welcome aboard. I see that you are easy on the optics and you have the canisters.
I do. It was a pain to get, so I hope the pay is as good as I was told.
Did I inform you of the pay during our last call?
You did not.
Well, Mr. Double Threat here. I'll give you 5K per canister. How does that sound, Tostov?
That sounds like a good deal.
Then it's a deal then. I'll give you 20,000 for all 4 canisters and 10,000 for lockdown.
About that, Lockdown escaped, and they took our ship where he was stored in.
How unfortunate.
We had him, he was there, but, the huge Titan was released and chaos ensued, and they towed our ship.
Oh, you poor thing. Sounds like you've had quite the journey.
Yeah, you could say that.
She then gives you the 20,000 Shaniks, and then a grunt comes out of nowhere. Like you had no idea where they come from, and begins grabbing the canisters.
Is it like a fleshling creature, or is it a robotic creature?
It looks like to be a type of cyborg.
Oh, okay.
You can't tell what the organic race part is, but it has like a dark purple skin and scales.
I see. Okay. No, they're all yours. Has nothing to do with me. Last we spoke, you wanted to give 8-Wheeler some information. He's undisposed right now and asked me to take the information so I could give it to him.
You seem like a more than capable bot. The information that I have for 8-Wheeler is the following. The bot that escaped from the hospital was the first spotted entering Gizmo's workshop after a few thugs had gone in. Not sure what happened to them, but when everything was done, she left with 3 smaller bots, a blue one, a pink one, and a purple one. From there, we tracked her location to the coal system, where she rendezvoused with Lockdown. That's when we lost contact and where you came in. We haven't heard anything since then, but I just received a message from one of our informants saying that they saw that they matched the description of that bot that was on the news for escaping the hospital. And they had a blue and pink bot. Not sure what happened to the purple one. But I have a feeling the blue bot would shut up about going to Luna 2. That's all I have for you.
Okay. Where was this last spotting with the blue and the pink bot? Was it still in the coal system, or was it a different location?
It was on a Meteor between Luna 2 and the coal system.
See. Okay, well, thank you for the information. I will pass that on to 8-Wheeler. If anything else comes up, he's very interested in finding this bot, and any tips will be welcome.
You bet. And if you're looking for another job or something to do, feel free to message me.
She gives you a wink.
Will do, and I wink back. I'm gonna keep this pager so I can reach you quicker.
I was counting on that.
Good. I chuckle and I turn.
I ship it.
Now kiss.
I had the most straightest face while doing this. Alright, so you leave her ship, and you're back on the Blue Jay, and almost immediately after you leave, the ships disconnect, and she warp drives out of there.
I will walk into the living area, kind of like where the kitchen and the couches are and stuff, and hopefully I find somebody there.
Hi.
Hi.
Did I hear him walk in?
How'd your date go?
Who's she?
The transaction has been completed. We got 20,000 Shanix. I guess some of that could go to Zephyr. Looks
I
like
was gonna say, he's
trying
gonna be
to.
so excited.
We don't have to tell him the full amount. We could just give him a little handout. But the transaction has been made, and I got information on one of my old friends' wavelength, which I know you have some story there. Spitfire, but she was last seen interacting with Lockdown, and apparently she's the one that stole the triplets.
She has the babies?
Yep.
Where?
She has blue and pink. Last time they spotted her was in a meteor gassing up between Luna 2 and the Coal System. Other than that, they didn't give me any more information, but I did ask them to send any tips if they find some.
Well, do you want to head over? I mean, I really want to be able to find the other two bots. I feel really bad.
I do want to head over, but we don't have much information to go on. So let's see. I know Mantyx want to rendezvous with her intel person, bot. Forgot the name. Rendezvous with informant. Yes, there you go. With their informant. And then from there, I don't know what else we can do.
Can I hear all of this that's happening?
I believe the living room area is right next to the cockpit.
If the door was open, could I hear what is going on?
And we're not whispering, so.
Yeah, just a regular conversation.
Then yes.
Okay, cool. I'm just kind of chilling.
Glad you're back, Strato.
Okay.
Chilling like a villain.
Thank you.
Chilling
Thank you.
like
Everything went fine. So, if we plot course to rendezvous with your informant, I would like some R&R and Spitfire. Hopefully, we can finally figure out where that tracker is and we can get it off of you.
I'll calm him.
Primus, please. Well, if we also have some downtime, I've been saving this for a good moment. Now that it's all settled down. Before, or after you left the cave with, was it Emberweave?
Madam
Emberweb?
Emberweb, yes. After you left the cave, I talked to Madam Emberweb, and she wanted me to relay something she said onto you, and let me see if I can get this correct. She said, and I quote, "Many threats are coming. Life-changing events caused by a one-eyed figure. Worlds will turn to rust or burn. You will be triumphant while being surrounded by friends, family, and acquaintances. But not all who walk with you now will be there at the end." And that's it.
A lot to take in.
Strato says while has one eye.
Oh.
Who could this one-eyed figure be?
Oh no, it's incredibly ominous.
It is. I need to sit down and analyze this.
Speaking of one-eyed figures, can I call my one-eyed figure, please?
Yeah, you can definitely attempt to call your one-eye figure.
Awesome. I don't know, can I just, send him a message? Because I don't want to call him.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, tell me what is in the message out loud.
Okay. Commander, I have obtained the other 2 Tox-En canisters. Advise on how to proceed.
Alright, and then you send that off. And like most messages, in this case scenario, it'll tell you if it's been read.
He's gonna
You're staring at it, and they don't even read it. There's no indication that it's being opened. Your message is never read.
Wait, but has it been delivered?
It looks like it doesn't get the second tick mark to tell you it's been delivered.
That's rude. But, like...
Cybertron has WhatsApp?
Oh my god.
I mean, like, he's sending it to the right number, right? Like, the right...
Yes.
Okay, cool. Well, he'll...
Because you have talked to him before.
Yeah, I mean, and he's kind of one of Mantyx's higher ups, so I should assume he knows how to talk to him.
Above table, what was it? What if it was a burner phone?
Whoa!
Alright, where are we going? Where is our course? Is it Velocitron or Luna 2?
Oh, hey, Spitfire.
Yes.
Didn't you get, like, some sort of mug thing you wanted to try out at that marketplace?
My mug! Immediately pull out my mug.
I'll try that out in here, though. Go try that out in the living room.
I am in the living room.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. I'm just
Go to Sever's room and throw it out the hole just in
just
case.
shouting all this from the cockpit.
Oh, I'm just turning around screaming. Not trying it in here.
There's a blue button, a red button, and a yellow button.
I pressed the yellow button.
Oh god.
You press the yellow button, and is there anything in the mug?
No.
Nothing happens.
Well, alright. Yeah, what were the other colors? You had got, like, cut off and all I heard was yellow.
Red and blue.
Press the blue button.
Is there anything in the mug?
Oh my god. No, hold on.
Nothing happens.
Gotta go get a cup of Energon. Hold on.
Wait, what about the red one?
Oh, I pressed the red one.
You press the red one, and a long metal sword pokes out the
Oh,
top.
damn.
What? What?
Whoa.
That's dangerous. Keep it away from the purple button.
Forget if I press the button, does it go back?
Yes, it retracts and turns back into a mug.
It's like a Percy
Okay.
Jackson mug.
You're so right.
Oh, my Primus.
Hold on, I need to write down what color does what.
Red Percy
Alright, so
Jackson.
I'm gonna
Red explodes.
red
Yellow
is
does
sword.
not.
So let me get the right thing going here. Alright, I'm then gonna go fill my cup with some Energon and then press the yellow button.
Okay, you fill your cup with Energon, and then you press the yellow button. A Energon force field comes out, and the cup goes down, looks like maybe a quarter,
Mm-hmm.
and you can feel as if you can dodge more efficiently. As if your AC was boosted.
I need to write it down.
What?
How much is it boosted by?
While the cup is full, it feels as if your AC is boosted by +2.
Whoa.
Plus 2 when full. Got it. Okay.
I see.
This is a tasty mug. So it's
Some
still
tasty
half
Energon.
full. I'm
It's 3/4 full.
Oh.
excuse me, 3/4 full. I'm going to then try the blue button.
You press the blue button and you shoot a blaster and it does some damage to your ship. Roll me a 2d6 plus your dex.
Oh, my kitchen!
It was hold on. Rolled 2D.
2d6 plus your dex, and then since there's Energon inside of it, also roll me a d4.
Whoa.
Oh my.
Hey, what
oh
if
my
you were to
lord.
put
Hold on.
Tox-En in the mug? Or like Ngex?
Who knows?
I don't want that.
Wait, but if you put
Alright, hold on.
Tox-En in it and it does the same thing, then you have acid bullets.
Don't.
But then the acid
me.
will affect the ship, though.
Don't have to try it out in the
I
ship.
think we'll have to try it out somewhere else.
Alright, and then. Okay, so for the 2d6 plus 6, because that's my dex, I got 13 total. And then the 2d4.
It's just 1d4.
Oh,
So we'll take the first one, which is a 3.
a 3, correct.
So you have a total of 16. Roll me a dex save.
You shut through one of the engines. We're crashing. No.
Is that just a d20 plus dex?
Yeah.
Okay. 22!
Okay,
Oh.
okay. So with your fast reflexes, you could feel danger was coming when you pressed the button, and you just pointed to the ceiling, but this still does damage to your ship. This will deal a total of 16 damage to your total ship's health.
She's at 73 currently, so.
Whoa. What did I miss?
Oh,
My ship got an extra boo
How did you
boo!
do that?
We're crashing and
I got
burning.
really preoccupied with steering around a meteor. What just happened?
My gun went off. Sounded weird, but
Well, and now that you've played with your mug and made another boo-boo to the ship, would you care to sit down so I can try to find the tracker?
I would very much like to sit down. This mug is very scary.
I would like to try and examine Spitfire and find the tracker.
I want you to roll me a perception check with disadvantage.
Oh boy.
I swear, if it's on my butt.
4. No, 5.
5?
Yep.
Yeah, you have no idea. And you keep looking back and forth between the tracker in your hand and at Spitfire, and it's just pointing you to her direction and like her general GPS coordinates. For those who don't know, Galactic Positioning System. Roughly within like half a mile of her location.
Can I try?
So you do not know where it is.
Spitfire, I don't know where it is. I look at this thing and it just says you have it. Do you feel different? Do you feel anything?
I don't think I do.
Bert, did I hear Strato just say you have a tracker on you?
Yes.
What? Can you find the tracker?
We're trying.
Oh my gosh. Do you mind if I come look?
Yes.
Yeah, please. The tracker device is not helping me. I've never planted one of these before.
Of course you have never planted a tracker before.
Mantyx, you can go ahead and roll me the same thing. Also disadvantage.
My bounties were brain dead,
Perception?
so didn't have to track them.
Yeah, perception, and you roll it twice, and you take the
I'm
lower.
just gonna roll 2 separates.
Sounds good.
Yeah, I rolled a 6.
Alright, so you did one better than Strato. You look at her, you give her a quick pat down. Not very quick, because she is an Autobot, and you care, but not care enough.
Fair.
And you don't find a tracker. You kind of assume that it might be made up.
I think you're gonna need some better tech than whatever the heck Strato has in his hands right now, because that is a piece of junk. So, I'm gonna find the tracker, get a more high-tech tracker leader. Tracker? Doesn't seem right.
A tracker for your tracker?
Tracker.
Joy, can I check my own body?
Yes. Same rules
Only
apply.
we're here to peer
Alright.
into your body cavities.
Oh my.
That's just whoa.
I mean, this is gonna be super awkward to say, but there's already 2 dudes like, just patting me down.
Oh, hey, look, you did better than the both of us.
I got an 11.
Yeah.
So you give yourself a quick pat down. You're more how do I say this? Used
You
to
know your body better than.
Yeah. Right. You know your body slightly better. Although you also cannot find it. I will say it is not on your butt. As everyone's been
Cool.
saying.
Okay. All right, we can check
It's
that
on your
off the
back
list.
in that one place you can't reach.
Oh, like right in the middle.
Horror.
Or it's like right on your forehead. We're just all blind.
Like a little pimple.
Why is that pimple bleeping? I guess when we get to our location, we can find a bot that's more well versed in finding trackers.
So where should we go? Is our next...
Did you get an answer from your
Can I check
contact?
again?
Yeah. Still doesn't even say it went through.
I'm not sure my transmission is going through. I mean, we can always head back into where I did the exchange and see if he's still there. Otherwise, I'll have to go up the chain of command.
Up to Spitfire. Is there anything you want to do? We only have one ship now, so we either all go to the same place or we have to land in one place, split up, and go somewhere else.
Well, I really do want to make sure the other 2 bots are okay, but we don't exactly know where they are, so I don't want to end up just kind of running on nothing trying to find them.
I'm sure we'll hear some news about them here soon.
Alright, well, I think my vote is for Velocitron.
Out of
then.
character, didn't they say that Sniper say that they were last seen talking about going to Luna 2?
They said that they were refueling on a meteor between Luna 2 and
Blue Bot wouldn't
Luna
shut up
2.
about Luna 2.
yeah, the blue bot wouldn't shut up about Luna 2.
Don't know why you want to go back there.
He's Is Velocitron on? Is Luna 2 on the way to Velocitron?
It is not.
Darn. Scrap.
Thing is, we've been to Luna Tube.
2 times?
Yeah,
3
we've
times?
been after the incident. We didn't see. We weren't really looking for them, but we didn't really see them in the area. Bluebot has only been to the cave entrance in Luna 2.
Hey, Primus,
Mm-hmm.
who would, if Mantyx needs to get a hold of somebody, but obviously is not being able to get a hold of Shockwave, who would be the next person for him to reach out to? Starscream's like air commander, obviously, but who would be like a battalion commander he could reach out to for advice?
Soundwave.
Okay. He'll send a message to Soundwave, and he's gonna let him know what happened, and that Shockwave sent him on a mission. Megatron's mission, he dropped off 2 of the canisters to Shockwave. Shockwave sent him on another mission. He has the other 2 canisters for Shockwave, but cannot get in touch with Shockwave and is requesting advice. Also, he wants to talk to a formal request for an audience with Commander Starscream or Lord Megatron about the whole thing
Okay.
with Aramek.
Yeah. Almost immediately you can see that it's been read. And you'll end up getting a message back saying Shockwave has abandoned the cause and do not try to pursue contact with him.
Dang, scrap. Slag. That broke my brain. Okay,
Well, it's a shocker for me, too.
what?
It send waves of shock.
Advise on their action. Also, he still wants that audience with Megatron or Starscream because he's pretty sure they could be able to track down Shockwave.
You get a follow-up text from Soundwave asking more about what Shockwave has said what he was going to use the canisters for.
I'm gonna send back, is this line encrypted? I don't really want to talk about this information. It probably should be classified. I just don't really want to talk about it over an open network because I don't have encryption capability on my end.
He just responds, head of communication.
Okay, that's fair. Okay. Okay, I'll tell him, I'll kind of give him a recap of what happened and tell him that Shockwave was last seen on Luna 2 when Mantyx delivered the 2 energon canisters to him and was experimenting with some sort of portal technology related to Tox-En because obviously that's what happened to Aramek.
He's going to send back that he knew about the portals and Luna 2.
What?
But he doesn't know anything about Tox-En.
I don't even remember if I saw anything else while I was there.
While this is going on, Spitfire, Strato, what are you doing?
Do I hear the conversation or do they?
No, they're text messaging, so you
they're
just kind of
text
see.
messaging. Okay.
Yeah, you just see them in the background, either on their wrist typing, or I guess it could be in their head. I don't know.
Okay. So I'll just turn to Spitfire and say, so I made a new buddy. Well, we're not quite buddies, but I saved a minicon that was in the problem back on the jungle planet. Let me talk to it and see if he wants to meet you. He was running from something, I don't know what, but we'll see that out. And then I'll look at my chest and I'm like, hey, little buddy, we're safe now. We're on a ship. I'm with some friends. Would you like to come out?
Are you just looking at your chest, or are you opening it?
I'm looking at it before I open it, just so in case they don't want to come out.
No response.
Oh.
Aww.
So all you heard, Spitfire, was like beep boop beep boop 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 boop. I was talking to my friend. So a bug shield is walking with me because he's not in my right. And I'm like, hey buddy, would you be able to talk to the other buddy and see what's wrong with him?
In Micron, he tells you, he told you he didn't want anyone to know he was here.
Yes, but we're safe. And we're not in the jungle planet anymore.
Do you want to talk to him alone in our room?
We can, but I thought he could meet everybody.
I think he's gone through something, bud.
Okay, Spitfire, give us a minute. I'll be right back.
Yeah, that's fine.
I'm sorry I couldn't show you anything. I promise there's somebody inside of me. I promise. I'm not crazy.
A rambling madman. So that's okay, but
It's been a long
take your
day.
time. I'm about to have some issues.
I go to my room. Oh no, Zephyr's in there, so I'll go to Zephyr's room with the hole and try to.
Yeah, as soon as you open the door to Zephyr's room, lots of, don't want to say wind, but as soon as you do that, like, it feels like you're being pulled. Yeah, you're being pulled towards the hole.
Okay, wrong room. I'll go to the purple bot.
Purplebot's in the room.
Everybody's in there. I'll go to upstairs. I'll go
He's not
upstairs.
my- oh, okay.
I'll go
say,
upstairs.
I am not in my room, but
I'll have a full room. I'll have a full floor, and then I'm like, okay, we're now alone. Would you like to come out?
He slowly opens your chest, and like almost on a stick with an eyeball at the end of it, does a 360 of the room, and it plops back in, and then the chest opens a little bit more, and you didn't really get a good enough look at him because there was a huge panic and you can't tell what he transforms into. But he essentially looks like you still can't tell what he transforms into, but he does have wings on his back as he climbs out of your chest and hops down to the ground. And he's roughly about 1 foot in height.
Oh,
So he's relatively short. He's really small.
Is he smaller than Bug Shield?
that is itty bitty.
Yes.
Okay. I would like to squat down so we could try to be eye level.
He has 1 claw hand and then a stick for the other hand. And he's got 1 eyeball on a stick that pops up and down on his head. And then the other one is actually on his head, if that makes sense. It looks like a camera
Just
lens.
imagining a mutated Gary the snail.
Okay, I see.
Yeah, essentially. And he looks a little uneasy.
I'm like, you're safe. Nobody's gonna hurt you here. You're amongst friends. What is your name? My name is Stratostorm.
Silence. As he's still checking out the room.
I promise nobody will hurt you. If there's anything I can help you to be at ease, just let me know. I'll just stand over here and I'll move a little bit farther away from him. I'll stand over here until you're ready, and I'll just sit on the floor.
Okay, while that's going on, we're going to flip to Spitfire, who is patiently waiting in the living room as Mantyx is, I don't know if you're in the same room, is texting their informant.
I would I guess just take a little bit of a closer look at the trophy and the winner's name in particular.
Yeah.
And
It says Alita 1, champion of Velocitron.
And it's engraved, right? It's not carved in or anything. Okay,
It's
never mind.
engraved, but it's also signed by them, and the signature looks very similar to another object that you have.
Okay, that's what I wanted to confirm. Cool. Other than that, I think I will treat myself to a little snack.
Perfect.
Brought to you by Energon. Oh, no, I'm kidding.
That's our ad break. And then we'll flip to Mantyx texting Soundwave.
Okay.
Did you think of a response back?
I've been too engrossed with the shenanigans. Did I know anything else? Did Shockwave say anything else to me that you, Primus, remember that would be relevant to Soundwave?
No. Nope. He kept a lot of secrets. Shockwave
I'm just gonna send back. All he told me was that he was using it for experimentation, and I'm gonna tell Soundwave that he murdered my partner, or I'm just gonna use the term murdered.
Yep. Okay. Soundwave immediately responds, telling you, "Do not pursue. Highly dangerous."
Is someone else going to pursue him? Is there a new mission objective? What do you want me to do?
Then responds, "Continue the cause. I'm working on it."
Continue the cause? Do what? I don't know what to do.
Your programming has been
Request more
broken.
direction. What is next step?
Follow Megatron's footsteps.
Megatron told me to get the Tox-En for Shockwave. What do I do?
Yep.
He then says, "Fine, you can meet me on
Fine.
Velocitron."
Jesus, I'm not gonna say that. I'm gonna say yes, sir. I'm not gonna go fine. to Soundwave.
All right, and then we'll flip back to Strato with the shy and timid minicon that he just discovered.
Yes. I'm sitting on the floor, waiting for them to let me know once they are calm and ready to talk.
They notice you sitting on the floor. How are you sitting?
Cross-legged.
Getting very How to Train Your Dragon vibes from this.
Aww.
He looks at you, and like his eye on the stick goes up and down, and then he looks down at himself, and a little compartment opens up on his hip, and a little ball comes out, and he rolls it to you.
Okay. I'll wait till the little ball kind of like touches my leg, and I'll grab it and I'll roll it back.
He jumps and then picks it up with his claw hand and rolls it back.
Okay. I'll just keep doing that until he gives me, he tells me something.
Okay. And then with that, we'll flip to Spitfire eating a snack.
Having some me time.
Spitfire, you can probably hear Mantyx making all these frustrated noises at his wrist claw.
And then a bunch of just like muffled beep boops, like, what is happening? Just like tapping my fingers together, like, guys ready to come back and join the group yet? Or
Talking to me?
Once Mantyx is
I'm talking to everybody.
Oh.
I'm getting lonely is what I'm saying.
Frustration out of the cockpit and just be like,
Oh, God, Primus can't believe these people.
You right there, bud?
No, I'm not all right. Command is being ridiculous. Ugh, hate hierarchies.
Do you want to talk about it? I like pat the seat next to me.
I'm just gonna kind of look at her.
This is
funny.
quality content.
Maybe hypothetically? I mean, you are an Autobot, and I don't hate you as much as I did when I first met you, but like, you're a Decepticon, and you're an Autobot, and I can't really be telling you secrets, classified information, but we can still have a talk, because you're okay.
You look like you need to talk. Also, just that one moment of I don't hate you as much as I did when I first met you. I wanted to be like, I have that effect on people, thank you.
I guess he'll sit down next to her and just big, deep sigh. Mantyx has been through a lot lately.
Come on, it's therapy
And
time.
now we're back to the therapy group.
Get that scrap off your chest.
That happens a lot in this group.
Just don't know what to do. I mean, like, Ermac, he was always there for me when I didn't know what to do or needed an idea, and now I don't know where he is or if he's still even alive. I just don't know what to do without him.
I nod very knowingly. I had someone like that in my life once, and it was really rough without them. And sometimes it still is, but I just try to pick myself up and carry on doing what I think they would think best of.
He shouldn't have happened. It shouldn't have gone like that.
He's gonna slam his fist on the table and he's gonna yell,
It's all Shockwave's fault.
Oh, easy on the table, bud. You break it, you buy it, okay?
And with that dramatic reveal, we'll flip to Strato and the Minicon playing ball. Strato, you hear a slam on a table, and then you hear Shockwave real loud. This startles the Minicon, who then picks up their ball as fast as they can and run and forces themselves back into your chest and shuts the lid.
You scared the baby.
It's fine. It's fine. Nobody's gonna help you. Nobody's gonna hurt you.
The chest lid is shaking.
It's okay. It's okay. They're having a conversation. Somebody's just probably having a bad day. They're not gonna hurt you. We're making progress. Would you at least come out and sit with me so we can talk? I'll be close to you.
And Minicon it says no, thank you, no, thank you, no, thank you, no, thank you.
Aw, how big is the baby again?
He's 1 foot tall.
Oh, extra teeny.
How can I? Would you like a treat? Are you hungry? I'm a very good
No, thank
cook.
you, no, thank you, no, thank you, no, thank you, no, thank you.
Oh, would you like to meet our purple bot friend?
Purple? No, thank you, no, thank you, no, thank you, no, thank you.
Okay. We'll try it again later. Okay? Is that okay?
Okay. Yes, later.
Okay. Come on, Bug Shield, and I'll head back downstairs.
Okay. You head back downstairs and you see Mantyx, unlike themselves,
Having an existential crisis.
sitting next to Spitfire. Exactly.
I'm sorry to interrupt. Is that okay? Can I come in, and do I have to go out? I didn't know. Is everything okay?
Is there a cup on the table, or is there
I
anything
think
on
family
this
therapy.
table?
I don't think there's a cup on that table, but there's probably a plate if Spitfire was eating a
I
snack.
apologize in advance, Spitfire.
Yes.
He's gonna smack the plate off the table.
No, everything is not okay.
I dive for the plate.
Roll athletics.
Okay.
Really hope you make this. I really do.
18.
Yes, you make it.
Yes.
Yes.
So you dive for the plate that was batted off by Mantyx.
Reminds me of the Spider-Man movie with the
Yes.
the tray.
Yes.
Okay. I know that I now know that was a dumb question. We can talk. Do we have a destination? And on our way to the destination, we can have a talk.
Don't know.
I mean, I was personally thinking it might be best to go to Velocitron first.
Sure, that's fine.
Okay, let's plot a course. Spitfire, would you do that? And I'll help Mantyx here, and then you can come back and join us. I don't want to touch the controls. I'm not very good at flying.
That's fine, as long as no one breaks any of my stuff in this ship.
Okay,
She is so badly hurt.
Just when I blasted a hole into side one. I'm just kidding.
Yes.
I'll keep him calm.
Thank
I'll
you.
try. You're welcome.
And then I'm gonna pilot the ship to Velocitron.
You can set a course. You don't have to pilot it. You can meet us back.
It's just, he doesn't want this
Maybe I want to
anymore.
fly the ship.
Okay. I see. Okay. Okay, Mantyx.
I just
What happened?
I don't know what to do anymore. Aramak tried so hard not to have anybody that I cared about. No one can be trusted. But I don't know, Aramak, he just was always there, even when I didn't want him to be. And now he's gone, and I don't know where he is, or if he's all right, or if he's gone, or what. But it's all Shockwave's fault. Now he's not even part of the Decepticons.
Looks like we have a lot in common, you and I. I once had a team that I trusted, and it seems like someone betrayed us, and I lost everybody that I cared for. And I know it hurts, and I know it's painful. But like a bot that I once knew told me, as long as you keep him in your spark and in your memories, they'll always be with you.
I don't even want to think that he's dead, but I don't know. I don't feel like he's anywhere near, or even I don't know if he's alive or gone. He always knew when I was in trouble, but I could never tell, and now I can't tell if he's gone, or I will get vengeance for him.
Oh, well, we'll help you find him. I don't know how, I don't know when, but we'll figure things out. We'll see what Shockwave did, and we'll track him down, and we'll get your answers. Killing is not the
Shockwave
solution.
for what he did to Aramak.
If you kill Shockwave, you're not gonna get the answers.
Killing can come after.
By killing him, you gain nothing.
Okay, I don't know if it's different for like a mercenary bot like you, but killing makes a lot of things better for me. I don't know if that's just me, or if that's like a Decepticon thing.
Murder is the answer.
No, sometimes no. Killing Shockwave will definitely make everything better.
I once thought that way as well. I'll give you some of my story. I was one part of the expanding team called the Marauders.
Killed by rolling a Constitution save. Yeah.
Constitution?
Yep.
Oh.
19.
All right, continue your story.
Oh.
I was once I was once part of the Marauders. We were a team that, in the beginning of Cybertron, helped expand. So we gained new colonies and we, took over planets.
A marauder. We're a marauder?
Yes, a Marauder. I was at one point, and trust me, I've killed so many species and bots that threaten our cause just because somebody in command told me to. I was mindless, I was reckless, I was younger, and that's all I cared about. Was the thrill of the next kill. Eventually, we came to a planet where the information we were given was not the correct one. We were told that some sparklings were taken captive, and we needed to rescue them and exterminate the opposing army that had taken them. And this army was not any army. It was a race of peacekeeping monks, if you want to call them that. And they were teaching the sparklings better ways, not to become like what I had become, what the Cybertronian race had become at that time, exterminating planets just for the cause of expansion. And we've wiped them all out, but underneath wreckage, one of the sparklings was left, and that was my good friend Axis. He taught me and showed me the correct way. This is the 8-wheeler you know now. I may be a mercenary, but I've learned to judge and get my answers through what I see, not what I've been told.
Sounds like you've done a lot. I appreciate what you have to say, but I value it for what it's worth, but I cannot ignore Shockwave killed my partner in cold blood. Vengeance must be wrought on his behalf.
That's true. I'm also in the path of vengeance, which is what I'm telling you not to do. But now with what I've learned is I could think and maybe get more answers of what really happened. But I've been tracking a bot named Crossboom.
Roll me a con save again.
Wait, does Mantyx know who 8-wheeler is? Because Strato just said this was the 8-wheeler he knows now.
You son of a glitch.
No, you don't know exactly who 8-wheeler is. It looks like any data on who the leader was has been wiped from there. You just know of the Marauders.
Strato said, and now I'm the 8-wheeler you know now, and I was like, I feel like Mantyx would be like, wait, what?
Yep, and Mantyx
I'm sorry. I forgot. My bad.
What did you roll?
I rolled a 10.
You pass out right there.
Strato?
Your head falls and hits the table.
Excuse me? Hey, I heard a thud.
Strato?
I'm gonna shake him. Can I shake him? I'm gonna shake him.
I heard
Strato.
a thud. Is everything okay?
Okay. While he's being shaken, we're going to go into a little dream cycle for him.
Mommy, I don't want to go to school.
5 more minutes.
I forgot my locker combination.
You're going to see some familiarities in this. During this quick dream cycle, you enter a memory. You're on Cybertron with your team, entering what looks like a rundown factory. This place looks as if it's been abandoned for decades. Graffiti marks the side of the building, broken glass, windows, litter, all over the place. Airway opening the door. One of your crew members. This is the meeting place. I know what you're all thinking. Nice place they got here. Who wouldn't want this to be the exchanging location? Beautiful art, lovely windows, and don't get me started on the free turbo foxes that could be running all around this place. And then Ground Chop. Oh, and you miss Ground Chop. He walks in and makes a loud step.
And great acoustics.
And as it echoes off every wall and bounces around the facility. Then Crossboom walks past you and into the factory.
Ah, there they are.
And as you can see, Shockwave Shockwave, the leader of the Decepticon Science Division, is working hard on some experiments near a metal chair and some shelves. You, Wavelength, and Axis shuffle into this building. Wavelength is still working on that decryption from the mission from earlier. Groundchop, checking the shelves and asking for Shockwave for, you can only guess, something explosive. Airway, pacing back and forth next to Wavelength, muttering, "They should have been here by now. They should have been here by now." Crossboom replies to Airway,
He'll be here when he arrives. Then we can get started.
You, previously eight-wheeler in this flashback, and Axis get bored of waiting and decide to go through some of the junk and Shockwave's possession in this room and begin looking in the back of his lab and start digging. But unfortunately, you don't find much. Most of the goods have been already taken, or it's just mostly junk at this point. Axis does an exaggerated look around the position they're currently at and says,
Well, that's disappointing. I was hoping to get a souvenir from this place.
Looking around in this room, you spot a piece of shining metal on one of the top shelves that Axis can't see because he's very small, where you first entered. And Axis, again, is sitting there disappointedly waiting. What do you do as eight-wheeler?
I pick up the shiny metal piece.
So you walk over and you pick up the shiny metal piece. It's a rusted Autobot insignia. Eyeballing it, it looks like it may be over 6 million years old. Possibly one of the very first ones ever made by Onyx Prime. You can hear the back door open in this lab. Not the one that you came in through, but another one you have no idea where from. And many footsteps wander in, and you can hear Crossboom.
Ah, Soundwave. Finally. You even brought the friends I asked for. Infernal Flight. Tremor. Welcome, welcome.
As you are picking up this item and examining it some more, you can hear Wavelength in the background.
I've finished decrypting the Zephyr Industries archive files, and there's something else here. What is Project Shadowplay? Eight-wheeler, I think you should take...
And then blasters begin to fire and go off, followed by several more. Crossboom then responds.
Well, you weren't supposed to see that now.
Axis, your buddy, in a panic, turns and shouts,
Wavelength, no!
Another blast is made, this time by Crossboom, hitting Axis straight in the chest, knocking him down. And at this moment, things begin to fade to black as the last thing you can hear in the background is Soundwave saying,
This wasn't part of the operation.
Followed by Shockwave.
It appears I have more subjects for experimentation.
Also followed by Crossboom.
What about receiving the resources for Project Sixers?
Then ending with Shockwave.
Some of us are capable of performing 2 tasks at once.
You regain consciousness to Mantyx and Spitfire shaking, trying to wake you up.
As I wake up, I scream, Axes!
Strato?
Where am I?
Are you okay?
Jeez, you're still on the ship, but it's
I
okay.
just had the worst dream. I saw my team and they died again in front of me. This time things were different. Crossboom was there, Soundwave, Shockwave.
Shockwave?
Something about Project Shadowplay?
Whoa.
Did you say Project Shadowplay?
I did. Do you know what it is?
Yes, I do, yes.
Would you be able to tell me? I really need to know.
I don't know
what happened to my team.
Context they would have wanted them, or what would have happened to them, but it's I don't think you want to know what it is, Strato.
Please, Mantyx. There's a part of me that's missing, and I need to know.
If the Autobots did this too, he's a merc, that's why. He was a Decepticon?
Well, he used to be a part of Decepticons.
Wait, I'm what?
With
Oh,
the
that's right.
extended.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
I'm dumb. The Autobots did this too, right? Does Mantyx know that the Autobots did this too?
Yep. The Autobots were the ones who
Just
mostly
look
did
at
it, like
Spitfire.
90% of the cases.
Help. Spitfire, you're an Autobot. Why don't you tell him about Shadowplay?
Primus, do I know what shadow play is?
You weren't in a government position.
Oh,
I don't know.
I shrug like.
There's not a nice way to tell you what this is, or
Please.
a way that is not basically committing treason. Okay, you
Mantyx,
saved
I need
my
to know.
life multiple times, and you're probably gonna help me go after Shockwave. So I'll tell you, in the simplest terms, shadow play, a terrible form of experimentation where they can. I don't know how to explain it better than basically, it's a kind of processor manipulation strato, and when they go in, it's very, very delicate, and they can basically change anything about you. Your memory, your emotions, your capability to transform, capability to do certain things. It's not pretty. They actually got it from the Autobots.
So you're telling me that any memory that I have could have been altered?
If you were a subject of shadow play, then yes, anything that you remember may or may not have happened, and you may or may not remember something that actually happened, and you may or may not be able to do certain things. I cannot say this is what happened to your friends without knowing exactly who was involved and exactly what happened.
Is there a way I could tell which ones are my own memories?
I know this.
No. You can best guess is get a second opinion.
I was not part of the scientific division. I was just a seeker. I honestly couldn't tell you. You would have to seek out one of the medical scientific division bots. Or one of the higher up Decepticons. All of the command knew it and knew about it.
Well, thank you for the information, man.
Can't say I hope it helped, but hopefully
Looks like we have
it's useful information.
No, it helped. Trust me. We have a common goal
I
now.
like that idea.
Let's find that Shockwave. No, I told you killing is or getting revenge is not good, but at this point,
That's fair.
I don't even know who I am anymore, so that might all be a lie. So let's
Also,
take down these
Strato,
bots.
I have a question for you. Before you passed out, when you were telling me about your past, you said that now it was before I was the 8-wheeler you know now, but you're not 8-wheeler, you're Strato. Who's 8-wheeler?
Sorry, I still haven't been able to. Oh, that's my original name. You see, Strato right now is my new form. I was badly injured and brought to the brink of offline by a ghost from my past, I guess, called Crossboom, and I was taken to a facility and they rebuilt me, and my old self wasn't strong enough to take revenge on Crossboom, so to me he died the day they rebuilt me, and I gave myself a new name.
That's fair. Thank you for your honesty.
You're welcome, but now
Let's go kill Shockwave.
I'm full of rage.
Oh, let's rendezvous on
Let's kill Shockwave and
Velocitron first,
Crossboom.
and then we'll kill Shockwave and Crossboom. Absolutely, killing people is good. Killing people.
Oh, I can wait. I've waited long enough.
Spitfire's like, killing people's not good.
The one Autobot of the group, and all these people are the existential, the mercenary, and the two Decepticons, and
like
the ex-Decepticon and the current Decepticon are having existential crisis.
the two giants. There's a part of me that's just like, do I dare drop the whole truth about the Decepticon cause bomb in the first place now, or what?
Well, like we're talking about killing or whatever, I want to whisper to myself, I'm like, I don't know if you were real, Axis, but I'm gonna have to break apart from your teachings this time and settle some debts.
As this comes to a close, the ship is now in focus of Velocitron, and you can see the planet below. It is very close to a sun, making a lot of your systems malfunction and trying to tell you where to land.
Can you land this, Spitfire?
A lot of the magnetic waves coming off from the sun is interfering with your navigation systems.
Want a spotter? Do you want a spotter, Spitfire?
Let me see if I can manually get us a good spot.
Can I go outside? Can I go into my jet mode and spot for her? Find a good spot?
Sure.
Yes, please.
I love it. So right now we're in upper orbit, but when you leave the ship, the ground below looks very like it's recently been melted.
That's lovely.
And there's not a lot of evidence of any form of life on the planet's surface.
Velocitron?
Mm-hmm.
Like I'm missing an important piece of lore.
We'll get there.
Did I find a good spot for her to land?
The ship cannot safely land due to all the uneven terrain. It can hover, and then you can put it on autopilot, and maybe the ship can wait in lower orbit.
Not like a plateau anywhere.
No.
Flying around.
It's all uneven ground. Like there's lots of bumps. Sometimes there's a cavern straight down, or the ground feels a little too mushy.
I will calm all of that to her.
All right, let's get this ship hovering, I guess.
Okay. You bring the ship down to hover mode. Do you guys get off? And who all gets off?
Yeah, I'm already off.
Right.
But
I'll get off. Spitfire, do you need some help?
Yes, please.
I'll transform and have her hold on to me.
And I'm assuming...
Wait, can I fly in robot mode?
Yes.
What? Can I fly in robot mode?
I assume so.
Yes.
You look like a seeker, right?
Yes.
Okay, then I'll hold her in robot mode.
Yes.
Bug shield is on
Carry
your shoulder.
me.
The ship, after you all leave, with Zephyr still asleep on it, then goes up into a lower orbit and remains there until it's called upon. You guys safely...
Put the alarm so nobody can break in.
Yes.
Yeah, beep beep.
And then you guys land on the surface, and you're not on the straight side of the sun, because that would burn you. You're on like the middle part, like the dark side of the planet between that side and the light side. So you're like right in the middle. Because wherever the sun is directly facing, it's burning the top surface.
Oh, good.
Oh, why did you bring me here?
Spicy.
And then taking a quick look around, there is nothing around you. No signs of life, no cities, any form of scan. It's scrambled due to the proximity to the sun and the magnetic waves and et cetera. Science words insert here. But you may roll me some perceptions.
Perception. Dang, we don't have Zephyr here with his advantage.
Dun, dun, dun.
No, we don't.
I love you, Spitfire.
And in campaign number 2, it's all gone.
15.
It's okay, I got a natural 20.
Okay. So we got a 5, 18, natural 20. Okay, so because Strato's carrying everybody, he's a little distracted at the moment, especially Bug Shield getting a little antsy about the ground being what it looks like. So he's kind of like climbing all over your shoulder and sometimes kicking you in the face, making it hard for you to see.
It's okay. It's okay, buddy.
Spitfire,
It's okay.
with your natural 20, you see as you guys are descending down that the area that you guys are landing in is a very wide, almost like a mile-long trench with what seems to look like, and Mantyx, you see this as well, a giant tire mark, a mile-long thick.
Sorry, what?
Yes. So like a tread mark from a tire that seems to be going in one direction.
Bigfoot.
Well, I guess 2 different ways because they had to come one direction and leave the other. But it stretches across as far as the eye can see into the ground surface. And it's about a foot deep into the ground that it imprints on.
Deep.
I don't know what to do about that. Why did we come to Velocitron again? Not why I came, but why did you guys
It's impressive.
Come? What did he do?
The Spitfire wanted to come?
I
I wanted to come. Well, other than the trophy, I might have seen that this is actually where I'm from.
And you don't remember anything?
Okay, that's a development. But what happened with the trophy? I remember you
It's right
buying
here.
that
Just hold
right
it
out
up.
from under my nose. Can I look at it?
You guys are promised to give it back.
What am I going to do? Hit Strato upside the head with it?
Well, that you might.
Maybe Zephyr. Strato and I have a
Yeah.
common
Alright,
goal
fine.
now. We're gonna go kill Shockwave. We're gonna go kill
All
someone.
I remember,
Can I look at it?
yes. All I remember from the memory that was shown to me is that I was here. This is, I guess, where I was originally from, and then there was an explosion, and that's it. And I'd like to know more.
I see.
It's fair. What do I see on the trophy?
It says Elita 1, champion of Velocitron, and it looks like it's even signed by Elita 1. And on the trophy, it just has like her in bot mode and then her car mode in the background behind her, standing like in a victory
And
pose.
this is a person of interest for the Decepticons, right?
It's definitely a thorn in someone's back.
Interesting. So, we're coming to this planet off of the picture on the trophy. Well, aside from, you maybe being from here, but
It's
does the trophy have to do with you being
I have
here?
another reason that I'm not quite sure I want to share.
After all we've been through, you're not, I mean, you've been reported to
I got
officers, like,
drafted
I've
into the
basically already
Autobots.
committed treason today.
I looked at Strato
I
like,
didn't know the Autobots did drafting. I thought that was a
you
Decepticon
learn
thing.
something new every day.
We're more similar than you think.
And there's more than meets the eye.
And that's the end of the
That's what I was
episode.
gonna say.
I looked to Strato like, should I tell him about our item of interest?
Alright. I think we can trust Mantyx. But Mantyx.
That might be going too far. Trusting might be going too far, I'm not gonna lie.
Alright.
But,
So
I mean, I guess I want to know, but I'm just saying, like...
We've made a bond,
Like you
Mantyx.
guys.
I trust you. But if you break that bond, I hold grudges now that I've learned my
fair.
past.
Ooh.
Okay, I'm just now a butt full of anger, and I need to let it out.
Aren't we all, Strato?
So, we picked up this a while back, and I hold up the shell of the Matrix of Leadership.
I'm sorry, you just had that line around?
This is why I was hesitant to tell you.
What are you doing with that?
He's gonna be the next Prime.
And Mantyx, you see, it's just a shell, and it's broken into two halves
But
with the handles attached to both halves.
Where did you find that?
There's no blue crystal.
I know,
In
but
the Sea
still.
of Rust.
What were you doing
Primus
in the
gave
Sea
me
of
a
Rust?
vision, and I had to follow through.
Wow.
I almost got
dedication right there.
That's where I was.
I mean,
That's exactly where I was brought to the brink of offline. Yeah.
Oh, you
Alright,
did
so-
die.
Okay, and think the rest of the Matrix is
Not
here?
maybe here specifically, but if you look on the shell, it says an E1 took the other, the good bit of the Matrix.
The crystal.
And since they were the champion, I figured maybe someone would know where they went. Or maybe they're still
If
here, I
there's
don't know.
anyone here, it might be a decent guess.
You have to
but
find someone first.
Yes.
we have to find someone first.
The ground slowly becomes rumbly, as if it's the start of a small earthquake, but very slow
I would
and
like
subtle
get off
as it's
the ground.
I would
building
like
up.
to fly up a little bit higher.
Would also like to fly.
With
You fly a little bit
Bug
higher.
Shield and
How high would you like to
Spitfire
fly?
on board.
I would like to fly.
Okay.
Like
How high are you going?
20 feet in the air, maybe.
Bro, I was gonna go like 200-300 feet in the air.
That works.
Okay. So, Mantyx, roll me a perception.
Lord Jesus. Okay.
Do I roll a perception?
No, you're only 20
Can't see
feet
the
in the
big
air.
picture.
Oh
Well,
man, hang
Mantyx
on.
looking is like Spitfire. What did Meta Member Web tell you?
Add a +3 to that, so I only got 5.
5? Yeah, you don't see what's causing any of the rumbling. Although, when you look back up to where the ship is, you see a bright light that seems to get brighter and
Would it be
closer
an educated guess
to
that
the
this is like a
planet.
solar flare?
No. More like a meteor
no.
or an asteroid.
Ship.
Spitfire, I think
No,
something's
my
coming for your
ship,
ship.
please.
Well, there goes Zephyr.
No. And the purple bot.
Yeah. Oh no, purple bot.
You might
Strato,
want to
please.
move it.
Strato.
Does it look like it's heading right for the ship premise?
It's not heading towards the ship.
Oh.
It just looks
Is the
like it's
ship
heading
ship
towards
in the
planet.
way?
Now that I've been told, can I look at it? up with a perception
Yeah,
check
sure.
to see what it is?
That's not what
I want to know what it
perception check
is.
for, but
I want to see. I want to know if I've seen this thing before.
oh yeah, you can roll. What would that be? Let's say it's a
Wisdom.
wisdom. Yeah, to see if you can recognize its
Can I
shape
fly
from
higher
a
in the air,
distance.
like to get a better look at the meteor and then look back down on the ground again?
Sure.
Okay.
With the 14, you do recognize this ship. This meteor. You've come across it at least 2 other times. And Spitfire, you've also interacted with this meteor before.
I rolled a 22 to look at the ground again.
Mantyx, what do you roll? 22? Look at the ground again, because you went up a little higher, yeah? You can see what's causing the rumbling. You see a massive city on treads, making its way towards your location, away from the sun, heading towards the dark side of the planet's surface. It is huge, and it's on what appears to be many tank treads. It's probably, from your approximation, math in your head or whatever, it is probably 100 miles long, squared.
Guys?
Yes? I want to look the way Mantyx is pointing.
I think there's a city coming this way.
Yeah.
You're still 20 feet in the air,
I need
yeah?
to come up
I don't
here.
see it.
You don't
Okay,
see it.
well, the thing above us, I've seen it before. We don't want to be here. So if you see a city, let's just go to the city.
City's heading for us.
City, please.
We'll meet it halfway.
It's really fast.
We are faster, and I'll just fly.
We are faster.
Okay.
Go fast.
As you're flying towards the city, as you're getting closer, you see like a blue hue, like a bubble circling the top part of this city. Not the treads themselves, but just the top part, as if there's a shield preventing any form of flight into
Does it look like
directly
we could
to the
land
city.
and then like walk into the city?
Can I look for an entrance?
Yeah, if you're quick. Yeah, so there appears to be some steps and an entrance on one side of this city. And it's the side on that you're actually looking at.
Perfect. I see some steps. Let's go there. And I want to get close so I can have Spitfire get on the steps first before I even touch down.
Throw
Because I
me.
don't know how big they are. No, I don't want to throw. I'm not gonna throw you.
All right. The rumbling is obviously getting louder as you're getting closer to this city. And as you do, the meteor comes down and crashes just shy in front of where the city is. Not where the city is going, but on the side that you are on in front. So it's the city's going to drive past it, if that makes sense.
What does the meteor look like? Like, do I know what it is?
It looks like a metal rock
guys,
at this point.
What is
It is a
that?
metal rock. That is a Titan size monstrosity that finds us every time, and we can assume it's the tracker. So we need to get into the city, remove the tracker,
how long has this been
and
happening?
hopefully we're safe.
Much.
This is the third time we've
You
encountered
haven't
it.
taken off the tracker?
We've been busy, okay?
I feel like you
We've
guys
been
need
busy,
to fix your
yes.
priorities.
Too many things are happening.
You're hearing like a deep mechanical transformation
Let's go.
antics for the first time for you, and a loud thud. And Spitfire,
Really high pitched for me.
looking at the crater, this beast, this giant behemoth, if you will, then emerges out of this crater. Something big. The ground begins to quake as if its massive hand, the size of your whole body, comes up out of this hole and grabs the dirt around, or the metal, and lifts themselves out. Although they look heavily damaged, massive blaster fires all over them, but you can still recognize them as the 80-foot tall beast that they are, standing just barely on all fours, much like an ape on Earth, and their set of fangs appears out of the corner of their mouth with only one bullhorn now. The left one appears to be broken, and it protrudes out of the side of its head. Its chest finishes shifting into place, revealing a single line of blades down the center that begin to rotate, but then get stuck because there's so much damage, and it kind of trips, and it makes like a pathetic groan and trips.
You deserve to
Tomato?
trip.
Has this thing been like attacking you guys?
Maybe.
Yes.
Oh my God.
Yes,
Well,
it has.
why are we standing out here
I
working get
said
us?
get into the city. Let's just go.
Let's roll out.
Don't want to be out here.
As you're running up the steps on the side of the building, you see it's like reaching a hand up, like non-menacingly,
Please stay
and it's
now.
tripping again. At this time, it's not getting up.
Oh,
I don't care.
is he done?
Is this the same one you saw fighting back at core?
Yes.
Was this the one protecting us or attacking the one protecting us?
You know what? It's all a blur at this
Well,
point.
were we even being protected? I'm not sure.
I don't know if one of them was like necessarily on our side, quote unquote. I think they were just fighting each other. It was all a blur.
Its eyes are flickering.
Oh my God.
I want to get away. I don't like this thing.
Mantyx is a Decepticon. He don't care.
Yeah, Mantyx is already almost at the top, and as you're climbing the side of the stairs, you can see behind the city, just past, you see the sun burning the surface as it's coming through, melting and destroying everything in its path.
Whatever that thing is, it's about to be toast.
Let's
Or
get into
toast.
let's get into the city and find a doctor.
Please. Medic, please.
So you reach the top of the steps, and there appears to be no guards at this gate, except for one bot that seems to be confused, and they're
Check
a
for traps.
large...
I'd like to check for
You can if you want, yeah. Roll
You
perception.
said no guards here? I'd rather go inspect the creature than be in the city now.
You want to drop me off and you can go take a peek?
Or
Oh God.
you stay there. I'll fly over it. I'm not even gonna get
Out of
close.
10.
Okay, to you, Mantyx, there are no traps.
Oh.
That always
Just for
scares
Mantyx?
me.
Yep, Mantyx thinks it's completely safe.
I think it's completely safe. I have been wrong before.
This bot is purple, and they have 4 massive tires on their back. They look like as if they transform into some sort of monster truck.
Ooh, that's really cool.
And they turn to you, Spitfire and Mantyx, because I think Strato just took off.
Yep.
And in a gravelly voice says, have either of you seen a blue lad who turns into a Cybertronian charger? He was supposed to be here.
Can't say that we have.
But the same color blue as you, miss.
Well, I'm a miss, little lad. So.
Got me there. I guess I'm not a guard, but I guess I can do this. Welcome to Velocitron. I'm still not used to this. I guess since Duck Charger has gone missing, okay. You don't need to know that information. First things first. Rule 1: if you have a land-bound vehicle mode, come on in. We'll see you at the races. Rule number 2: absolutely no flying inside the city. If you have a flight mode, either leave or put on one of these alt mode inhibitor chips. You are not allowed to participate during the races. Instead, just wander about, I guess, and tour.
Why no flying?
It's just a rule.
This is room from town.
I promise not to fly?
Yeah, you can promise not to fly with one of these inhibitor chips on.
Mantyx, if you're not comfortable with that, you don't have to stay. If you want to, you can join Strato.
Oh yeah, let me just go get blasted by the sun.
I want you to be comfortable.
Great choices there. No, I'm going with Strato. Bye.
Oh, okay, bye.
Okay, we're gonna flip to the Strato side then. Are you landing next to it, or are you gonna
I'm gonna stay hovering and try to talk to it if it even understands me.
Okay, go ahead.
Greetings.
Oh my God.
It's like covering one of its massive holes in its chest as if it's like trying to like keep its wound together.
Are you okay? Are you here under Crossboom's orders?
It gets angry at the word Crossboom, but then it shakes its head no.
See, are you here following a specific group of bots?
Shakes their head yes, and then trips again some more. I know it's already on the ground, but like it's trying to get back up.
Do you mean to harm the group of bots?
It shakes their head no, and kind of just its eyes flicker and looks down at the huge energon puddle forming underneath it. And this is the point where Mantyx flies in.
Okay. Mantyx, to get you up to date, this giant...
Is it gonna kill us?
No. Apparently, no. Apparently, it doesn't like crossbow anymore, and it's still following the group of bots, and it means no harms. I think we should help it.
Anything's better than that city, so yeah, sure.
It looks at the sun destroying the very ground beneath it, and then looks back at you.
Yeah. How can we help you? You're massive. I can't carry you.
It looks down and looks back up, and it looks down, and it tries to like claw at the ground to try to pull closer to the city, but then its arm disconnects due to the damage on its shoulder and falls down, and then it kind of just rolls to its side.
Can I like push it out of the hole? Like,
can we help push you? What help?
Yeah. Does this thing have a mode with wheels, or is it always like a ball?
It's always like a ball.
Oh, okay. I guess we can try to.
I mean, Mantyx is basically 30 feet tall, so
can't do much.
He's a little big. He's 80 feet tall. Yeah, but we can make a difference.
Yeah,
we
but
can
this
help
thing
it.
towers over us. Yeah, no. We give it a try.
Okay.
I will use my bot mode to push and activate my thrusters at full power.
Me too.
You both are using your bot mode and pushing with your thrusters. You notice like their outer shell feels very, very hard and dense, so whatever dealt this damage was extremely powerful. You're doing this and the city is passing you by. It's almost completely gone, and the beams of the sun is getting ever so closer, and the beast kind of looks at you guys and is now trying to push you away.
You have any last words, buddy?
Its chest then begins to open up, and you can see their spark inside there, and with the remaining hand it rips it out and holds it towards Strato.
Oh my God.
And as it does, they begin to fall down.
I touch its spark just to kind of like support it going offline. Not like I'm not shooting it or damaging it, but kind of like being there for it on its last moment.
It shakes its wrist as if they want you to take their spark.
Okay. You want me to take this?
Shaking their head yes, as they slowly begin to fall on their
Strato,
back.
we should probably think about getting out of here.
Okay, I put my hand inside. I've never done this before. I put my hands inside the spark casing.
Okay, you now have one spark casing.
Oh, okay. I'll treasure it.
And as you're flying back to the city, do you want to look back or do you want to
look back?
Not.
I'll look back to remember it.
And you can see as their eyes are flickering and leaving their body, they're doing like a small little wave just before the sun completely eradicates them and melts them down.
Oh, no!
And fuses the surface.
That is terrible. You are a terrible person. What are you doing to these people?
That's not even the worst thing that's happened in this campaign.
No.
You just gotta listen.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
I have nightmares of this D&D session every time I go to sleep.
Love it. It's great.
And this is what he does. This is what the DM does during the session. Like he texts me and says, like, "You're gonna die next session. You're gonna die. Are you sure you're not gonna die? Are you sure you're not gonna die?
About
What do you think? Huh? Maybe? No? Huh? I don't know."
All right, Mantyx and Strata, you fly and meet up back to Spitfire, who's still talking with this guard.
Is there like any other entrance anywhere?
Oh, wow.
No.
I'm gonna like text Spitfire and be like, Spitfire, can you get him away from the entrance? Mantyx does not want to put on an alt mode inhibitor chip.
Spitfire leaves you on red.
Up slowly.
That's rude.
She did a shockwave and just left you.
Sorry, repeat yourself. I was spaced out so far.
No, it's cool. I just wanted you to get the guard away from the entrance, so I didn't have to put on the inhibitor chip.
I turned to the. Well, he said he wasn't really a guard, correct?
Yeah.
Would you? I'm new here. Obviously, this is my first time here. That I can remember. Would you be willing or able to maybe give me a tour?
Tour, you say?
Yes.
That's not really my forte. I only race. So I'll see you at the races. Not that races, but the vroom vroom.
Like right now?
Later tonight there's one.
Oh.
It's a very
I love
important
this
race
bot.
too, so you best hurry. I'll see you there. I gotta stay here until my shift change.
I just turned to Mantyx and shrug. Like, I don't know what to
I tried all I could.
You got much longer in your shift, or?
Why are you asking?
Okay, you know what? You know what?
So I know when to see you down at the race.
Oh, I thought you were asking me to get some drinks after. You're being nice.
We can.
But
Okay.
whatever. No, that's all right.
Wow.
But
No, I'm treating you to a drink.
shift change is 5 clicks until the race, so I'll have to wait until after.
Fine.
I make my way down.
Sir, you need an inhibitor chip.
And why is that?
No flying, absolutely no flying within the city.
I see. Sure, I have no problem.
Okay. He hands you an inhibitor chip and then instructs you on how to put it on, and actually helps you put it on as well.
Awesome.
It's a little black circle disc that attaches to your back.
Okay. That tickled. I mean, what?
Yep. And it'll fall right off if you ever leave the city and forget to take it off.
Oh, that's convenient. Thank you.
Yeah. Anytime.
What does this city provide?
Races.
Races. That's it.
Yeah. Root for me.
Root for you.
Yeah.
Well, what's your name?
How many races have you won?
We don't talk about that.
But are there bettings?
Oh,
Can I bet on
absolutely.
that?
Yeah. There's all kinds of bettings.
Is it legal, or are you like under the table?
Well, that's how we do everything here. Races. If you want to instantiate a new law, you got to race. If you want to build a building, you got to race. If you want to, I don't know, name your spark child, you have a race.
Oh, well, that's very inconvenient at most times, but I guess it could be fun watching one. I've never seen one before.
Yeah. And then
who's the number one champion right now?
Number one champion. Alito 1 was the champion for a long time, but now we have a newcomer who's coming up in the race during this annual one, and she's looking like she's going to win. But I'm hoping it'll be me.
Oh,
what is this
newcomer's name?
Oh, my name's Dirt Boss.
Oh, nice.
Sorry.
And what's her name?
I like Dirt Boss.
Override. Her name's Override.
Ooh.
Is he like super distracted at any point in time?
Mantyx is like, oh, Override.
He doesn't seem to be very distracted. He is excited talking about himself in the races.
He's not like distracted enough that I could try and sneak by him.
You can attempt to roll.
I mean, it can't hurt to roll. He's just going to stop me.
He's definitely not going to kick you out, and you get to deal with the burning sun.
Better roll high.
Well, you guys.
The pressure is
better
on.
cover for me. Is that a sneak?
Yep.
17.
All right. Yeah.
Oh.
Wow, I'm so proud.
Clutch. Get clutch.
He's not
We're
even
in a race.
attention.
I'm gonna just kind of keep strolling and like give you guys a look as I walk by.
Dirt Boss, can anybody just join these races, or
anyone with the land mode? Yes. So we encourage.
Nice, interesting.
If a bot were to win the race just by joining it once, what are the benefits?
Well, tonight's the Speedia qualifier race, which then if you're in the top 3, you get to go to the Speedia race, which then dictates the next leader for the next solar cycle.
Wait for the solar cycle?
Interesting. And you would get any bot to be the leader, even if they just strolled in?
Survival of the fastest.
Ooh, that's a good motto.
All right, I'm in.
All right. You see that neon rose purple sign over there?
Yes.
Go to that vendor bot, and he can hook you up.
All right. I know where we're going next.
I really hope Spitfire
Very
becomes the
excitedly.
leader so she can get rid of this stupid inhibitor chip law.
Walking into the city, you see what looks like highways everywhere, racetracks everywhere, buildings curved to form around the racetracks, as if they were built after the racetracks, in these weird shapes to accommodate the vast amount of racetracks everywhere in this small little compact dense city. There is one building, however, that does stand out from the rest, and it's kind of like the one in the center. A huge tower with a shiny neon, like a rose color. It's not the same building that he pointed you to, but it looks like it's to imitate that tower, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
And it has a little beacon at the top. It's not a Decepticon symbol or an Autobot or anything, but it's a little orb that's making a purple pink hue across the light sky, almost neon-like. Walking around, you see hologram ads informing you about the upcoming race, reading an ancient Autobot. Tonight only, Speedia qualifier race at the main plaza. Only the first 3 across the finish line will continue to tomorrow's Grand Speedia race. That'll determine our next ruler. And the ad shows a quick map of the city where the race will be, only where the race will be, and it's not a complete map. And you guys continuing to the vendor bot?
Yeah.
Okay.
I am, anyways.
Yeah, I'm following Spitfire.
You see a sleek vendor bot that looks like it was built to move fast. And it's running a ticket booth with competition numbers. And it goes,
Greetings.
Greetings. I would like to register for the races, please.
Here's your designated number.
and it hands you a number 7.
Ooh, that's a good number.
That's it. All right.
The rest of you, are you interested in attending and watching the races?
I would like to watch the
I'll
race.
watch.
That will be 1,000 Shanix each for an audience ticket.
Never mind.
Sure.
Is it like streamed? Can I like
that
watch
is
it
part of
not
our
at the race?
Velocitron pay-per-view, which is 1,500 Shanix.
Is the
Wow.
racetrack by a bunch of tall buildings?
Mantyx, don't worry, I got it. I'll pay for Mantyx and for myself.
That will be 2,000 Shanix.
That's a lot of
Here you go.
bro.
It's fine. Sephiroth paid for it.
Once
his
it's
cut.
paid,
His cut.
Yeah.
once paid, the vendor bot hands over a tablet to each of you that has 20 buttons on it labeled 1 through 20.
What is this for?
Each
Buttons
button
do.
indicates a single racer, allowing you, once they are out of view, to continue watching the races.
Ooh, fancy.
I will click on 7.
Me too.
Right now it says waiting for the grand race.
Oh, okay. I see. Thank you. Would you be able to point me at the betting booth, please?
Hello, greetings.
Same bot. I
Oh my
see.
gosh.
Greetings. I would like to place a bet. What is the increment if I get the correct guess?
Depends who you are betting on.
What if it's a new racer?
Spitfire.
A new racer, unknown. Odds are 1 to 20.
Ooh.
Makes sense.
Spitfire, you better win.
Trust me, I want to.
So if I bet 1,000 Shanix, how much would I gain if they win?
If they receive in first place, you'll get 20 times your original betting amount. If they receive second place, you'll receive 10 times your betting amount. If they receive third place, you'll receive twice as much as your betting amount. If they receive less than that, you will receive no betting.
Okay. I will put 1,000 on lucky number 7.
I will too.
Here is your ticket of authentication.
I will too. I'll put 1,000 down.
Oh, I promise.
Spitfire.
The pressure's on.
Ah,
Vendor bot points you in a specific direction, Spitfire, to go left, and points the audience members to go right.
Okay.
I will go
okay,
right.
bye, guys.
Good luck.
Spitfire, you
We're
better
rooting for
win.
you.
Thanks. Ah.
And you're walking down to the racetrack, and you see 20 spots for racers. Most other bots are just now pulling in, almost all of them in their alt modes. There appears to be several floating balls with a large camera on it and 2 Mohawk-like spoilers on them. as if they go really fast. And there's several of them floating above each of these contestants.
Oh boy.
And as you look directly above you, there's one above you that is glowing blue with the number 7 on it.
I wave. Hi. And then I guess nothing better to do than to transform and line up with the others.
Okay. You roll to the number 7 spot. Would you like to roll perception to see
Yeah.
the other cars around you?
Yes. Where's Dirt Boss? I got a 19.
Oh, nice.
That's pretty good.
That is pretty
Just
good.
roll like that for your speed, bro.
These are the cars that stick out to you. There is a black 8-wheeled truck with lime green highlights, and it's the same model as 8-wheeler once was. A blue Cybertronian Charger, a hot pink and white slick-looking vehicle revving their engines, a orange car that's lowered to the ground and has the number 13, a white motorcycle with the number 4, and you see a bot from earlier that greeted you from the gates, Dirt Boss, is also pulled up to his spot, number 8.
Nice.
Any thoughts? Any actions? Any few moments before the race actually starts?
That's it. Just bundle of nerves and excitement, and I think also a feeling of belonging. These are my people after all.
God chuckles.
Mantyx and Strato, you go to the right, or whichever direction I said before, and you go up, and there's a balcony that's looking down at the start of the race. And there's many other bots cheering, exploding with excitement, sitting in seats and getting ready for the races. What are you doing?
I'm gonna look for Spitfire.
Okay.
Look and see if I
I'm just gonna take
recognize
my
any of the
seat,
other bots.
And I'm going to put my little pad out, and I'm just going to click on number 7 and stare at the camera, waiting to see what happens.
Clicking on number 7, you see Spitfire waving to the camera, then shortly transforming into her alt mode.
And I click on all the buttons and see if I recognize anyone.
Yes, you speed run through all the buttons, and you don't recognize in the race other than Dirt Boss, who is number 8. So, Spitfire, you're in the race. So there's going to be a mechanic here where I'm going to call this racing mechanic, and what it's going to do, I'll tell you when it happens. There's going to be a tiering roll, and there's going to be what place you're going to start off. There are 20 cars. I'm sure you figured out by now. We have a D20, and I did that on purpose. So what I'm going to do after I say go, you roll me a D20 plus your athletics. Whatever number that is, that's going to be your place in reverse. So if you get the highest roll you can do with a D20 plus athletics, you're in first place. And it descends from there.
Okay.
What's your athletics modifier?
1.
1. So if you get 21, you're in first place. 20, you're in second, all the way down to last place. So you can end up in last place in 2 different rolls, if that makes sense.
Joy.
If that makes sense.
Yes.
Awesome. An announcer bot can be heard echoing throughout the stage and starting lines, speaking kind of fast, like really fast. Welcome to all to our annual qualifying race of Speedia. Now, remember, only the first 3 across the finish line will continue to the finales. The only rules of the race is that there are no rules. Break an axle, good luck. Now, audience, let's do the countdown together. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. Roll me.
At a 15.
15. So you will be in the 6th position from first. Not bad. Okay, audience members, if you choose to cheer Spitfire on in real time, you will give her an advantage on these rolls that I'm going to have her do later on. So you're in 6th place. You're driving as fast as you can go. As you're driving, there is a black 8-wheeled vehicle that comes up on your right side and bumps into you. Roll me a dex save.
20.
Perfect.
Dirty 20.
Awesome. So nothing bad happens from there. Although you do see this racetrack itself comes up to a crosswalk with live pedestrians crossing it. And as this 8-wheeled vehicle doesn't pass you after they bump you, they kind of pull back a little bit, and then you hear like an evil laughter. Roll me a D8, and if the audience members cheer you on, you can have advantage on that.
Go Spitfire!
Let's go! I got a 2. And I got an 8!
Okay. With this audience cheering you on, you actually take the lead, going into first place,
Oh, I promise.
passing the sidewalk and avoiding all the pedestrians altogether because you did really good on your dex save. Coming up next, you see the tracks going straight up as if they're curving all the way up. What's going on in Spitfire's head at the moment?
Must go faster.
Sounds good.
Need for speed.
Audience, what are you doing? Perfect. As you're cheering on, you see a vendor bot, almost looks exactly like the same one that sold you the tickets before, going up and down the bleachers on a modified wheel, allowing them to traverse through stairs, saying,
Get your chase chips. Get your chase chips. K-Juice. I have K-Juice. Refreshing oil. Get your snacks.
Beautiful.
I'm too excited to eat.
back to Spitfire. You're approaching to what seems the end of the track. Like it just stops as you're reaching almost a 90-degree angle going straight up. Roll me another dex save.
Cheer her on again.
Oh no.
You may.
Ooh, you can do it! You can do
Come
it!
on. I got a 15. Do you want me to... Is the cheering... I get
The cheering
advantage or is it
for,
one?
is for another thing. This
Okay.
you will get your advantage for the other thing. So you make it, jumping the tracks and coming straight back down. You see the tracks do continue all the way back down. It's like reversed, if that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead and roll me a D2 with advantage.
Just a D2? Oh man. Well, I got a 2.
Okay, you actually maintain your lead, staying in first place.
Nice.
You're going, and the next obstacle can be seen. You see a spiral corkscrew-like object going in a circle all the way down. Roll me a single athletics check for the first
My God!
turn.
Okay.
There's gonna be a lot of rolling.
I got an 11.
Okay, with that 11, a pink car with some white highlights actually zooms past you, putting you
Rude.
in second place. All right, next rotation on the second level of this corkscrew. Roll me another athletics check.
I got
Oh my god!
I got a 1, technically.
2. It's
Okay.
a 2. It's a 2.
No, you can do it!
Roll
You
me
can do
a
it!
D4.
What?
You may roll a D4 with advantage.
A D4. Got a 2. And, well, I got a 2.
You actually drop 2 more positions, so now you're in
Do this
4th
to us.
place.
Okay.
Just watching the Spitfire
The
car on
blue-
Stratos screen.
Cybertronian Charger passes you, and the black 8-wheeled vehicle surprisingly passes you. You're now approaching the third corkscrew, the last part of this roundabout. Roll me another athletics.
Spinning
And
around.
audience members, are you guys cheering her on?
Yes. I'm gripping my tablet
I got a natural
So-
20.
so hard for the exciting. It's kind of like cracking.
Okay, perfect. Natural 20. Roll me a D2.
Spitfire!
Got a 2.
Okay, there's one advantage on that. Doesn't really accomplish anything. So you actually speed ahead 2 spots, bringing you back to second place.
Ah.
Mew.
And you can see the finish line ahead of you. It is really close. The only 2 bots, well, there's only 1 bot ahead of you and 1 bot behind you, and it's the hot pink car and the blue Cybertronian Charger.
Spitfire!
Roll me a single D2.
Oh my primus. I got a 1.
Okay. With that, you actually maintain your spot in second place. And you
Okay.
cross the finish line.
And the crowd goes wild.
And the finish line isn't where the starting line is. It's actually on the opposite side of the city. Although you are greeted by the announcer bot who is waiting over there and says, "There you have it, folks. In first place, we have Override. In second place, we have our newcomer. What's your name, Miss
Spitfire.
Spitfire? And in third place, we have Duck Charger. Is that you? Weren't you supposed to be watching the gates?" And he drives off.
Oh.
So that's what it is. Congratulations, racers. We'll see you all tomorrow for the Grand Speedia. We're still working on that trek. So we should receive an invite later tonight. Oh, and did I mention the top 3 winners of this race gets an all-expense paid stay at the Velocitronian Days Inn right over there. And he points to the fancy building that's not quite as tall as the huge tower with the neon beacon earlier, but it's next to it, and says, again, congratulations, racers.
Holy smokes, I did it.
Woo!
So, Zephyr, you are currently unconscious, and to you, you don't know. The last thing that you remember is driving or steering the Blue Jay, and then you pass out because the little Venderbot body cannot process the amount of power your head generates and passed you out. So you needed to be recharged.
Aha. Finally, something I'm far more superior of.
Of course. So, you know what that means, right?
Flashback!
We're going to do another flashback, this time with more details and hopefully some revelations. Here we go. We start off way back when you lost everything. In one of the many, many times you were kicked out of your own company because no one recognized who you were, even though you kept saying, I'm Zephyr. They'd kick you right out.
My name is right there!
Exactly. Did not work, no matter how much you tried to negotiate with them. So in this scenario, in this specific flashback that has been reawakened in your minds thanks to Madame Emberweb, you're walking down one of the streets of Icon trying to figure things out that you've just lost everything. And on the street, you run into that very senator you had a nice chat with during your grand party.
Senator?
Hey, excuse me, do I know you?
It's me, Zephyr. You
Like-
know,
Like
the whole...
the industry? You must be a huge admirer.
The Zephyr, yes. You should remember me. I can prove to you because I was at that party with you. And, I was we were having a celebration of our new stealth black paint.
Oh, yes, okay. Well, what are you doing on the street today? You need a place to stay?
I do need a place to stay, and I would like to have you help me get my company back.
As you say that very line, your memories begin to do something odd, as if it's flickering to another flashback that you don't know the time frame in which this one takes place in. But you open your eyes and you're on a slab in a dark room on an operating table.
What?
And then you flicker back onto walking with the senator, and the senator responds to you as if he was having a conversation and you can't remember the previous thing you said, but this is what they say.
You seem pretty worked up. How are you feeling?
Well, I've just been kicked out of my own company. Of course I'm worked up, Senator.
And then you flicker right back onto that operation table in that dark room. And this time you can notice that you are strapped to the, let's say, operation table. And you see a single purple figure emerge from the shadows with a single glowing yellow eye.
How are you feeling?
Just a tad bit uncomfortable. I think the straps are a little unnecessary.
Flickering back with the senator walking down the street, you are approaching a huge, beautiful, fantastic building that you can assume is the senator's house, and it looks really nice. He opens the door and lets you in. It's very clean. There is something off, though. Something's not right. Sounds like someone moving in another room. And you hear the senator as if they were in the middle of a conversation with you again. Something muttering in the distance.
Assistants, go ahead and knock on the basement door. They'll help you find a place to rest.
Okay, yeah, sure, I'll do that.
So you walk up to the door.
I'm just a little confused about the whole moving noise and going to, keep my head that way while I'm walking the other way, potentially walk into the door instead of knocking it.
Okay. As you approach this door that you are very hesitant about, the door begins to open before you, and in front of you is a tall purple figure with one eye. And then your memories flicker again and you're on the operating table and you see Shockwave has already gotten started on your head, part of your head has been removed. And on the other side of the corner, you see the senator standing over another bot that you know now as Eight-Wheeler, laying unconscious on another slab, and say,
What are you planning with this one?
which then Shockwave responds,
You'll be joining a mission with this one to collect the final ingredients for the next generation of Phase 6ers for Megatron. Why do you wear that hologram of what I used to look like? It's not as amusing as you think it is, G-Axis.
And as he says that, the hologram disappears, revealing a hunched-over mad scientist. Orange and blue covers his body, and it looks like he may turn into some sort of jet mode. And he responds,
It's funny to me. When will you finish your own experiments? It's time we separate ourselves from Megatron's lost cause.
and that's when everything starts to fade to black, and you wake up in the Blue Jay, not in the control room, not in the pilot or co-pilot seat, or even on your booster seat. You wake up in Eight-Wheeler's old room, being licked by a Turbo Fox, who is excitedly wagging their tail.
Oh man, I don't know why, but it's nice to see you again.
They yip in excitement and do a quick little 360 and jump for joy.
Good boy? I don't know. I'm gonna get out of here.
They dash out of the room ahead of you, and you walk out of the room and you notice no one else is on the Blue Jay. Instead, you are in low orbit above a planet you can assume is Velocitron.
What? Why are we here? Where's the Titan? Where is everybody? What am I doing right now? I could just steal this ship. Nah. I'm going to, see if I can find anything on the GPS that can say where everybody is. I go and check out the, GPS in the captain's seat.
Okay, so you click some buttons, and there is a GPS that is pointing to where Spitfire is because she has the keys to the ship. And she was the last one to transmit a signal to the ship to tell it to wait in low orbit. And her position seems to be ever always moving on the planet's surface.
Why? How is she moving that fast? Did she get an upgrade to her alt mode? I look at the Turbo Fox and say that.
The Turbo Fox just tilt their head in confusion.
Oh boy. Why am I talking to you? I'm gonna go find that dot on the GPS and go and take the ship down.
You bring the ship down, but you notice there's no place to land it, as all the surfaces of the planet is very uneven. And you can tell this because it's too close to the sun. And when it rotates to face the sun, the planet's surface begins to melt. So you're on one of the dark sides, and you notice a large city on massive treads is racing across the planet's surface at least 100 miles wide. A huge city on wheels, ever so moving, and that you can assume that is where Spitfire is.
Well, that's interesting. I'm gonna take the ship in and land it to the city, I suppose.
There is no place to land the ship in the city, as if there is a giant bubble around it to prevent any form of flying in or out of the city.
All right, I see. We're gonna handle this like every other action movie. We're gonna jump from the ship down to the city.
Okay. So you bring it in, and you turn into an angle where the back ramp comes down, and on your vendor bot body, you squeak to the edge of the ship on your single wheel.
I hope this doesn't hurt my chances of being incognito, because I kind of like this body, but I'm gonna do it. I jump. Squeak!
Roll me in athletics.
Oh boy. 22.
Right on. So you don't land in the city, but you do land on the one entrance that this city has, where there's a large staircase running up to a giant gate, which seems like the only way in or out, and you land right in front of that gate, so you don't even need to go up the stairs even.
Can I be in like even though I'm in render bot mode, can I do like the superhero landing?
Yes, describe that.
It is
Paint
this
a picture in my mind.
scrawny-looking vendor bot running on one wheel. Kind of looks like Claptrap, except for a little taller, and has a really cool head. But as I'm coming down, I come down, and I dive head first, because that's what superheroes do. I dive head first, and I flip my tire down, and I slam my tire, and my vendor bot pops my elbow, even though it's just a vendor bot. I slam, have my fist hit the ground, pop my elbow a little bit, but that's fine. And I slowly raise my awesome-looking face to the gates, or the stairs, or their entrance.
Fantastic. And as you did that, the Blue Jay went back on autopilot and went back into low orbit to avoid being burnt up in the sun. So it's on the far side of the planet at the moment. At this gate, you see a large purple bot who looks like they may turn into a monster truck of some kind. They have 4 massive wheels on their back.
Hello?
Greetings.
Oh, you must be one of the new vendor bots we ordered.
Yes.
Alright, come inside.
Yes.
And he opens the gate and he walks with you inside the city. And in the city, there are large buildings all over the place, but all of them look like they're accommodating or moving out of the way for a racetrack. And there's several racetracks almost everywhere. In the very dead center of this entire large city is a large tower that's bigger than anything else with a neon rose glow of it. And at the very top, there seems to be a beacon of some kind that's creating that color.
What is my primary function?
Oh, you'll serve snacks during the great grand Speedia race.
Interesting. Yes, that is my job.
Oh, and then for our compensation, you'll earn yourself 2,500 Tranix per day for 1 day, because Speedia is only 1 day long. And then you get to stay at the Velocitronia Inn, Days Inn.
Outstanding. I want to work now.
Speedia is tomorrow. You just missed the qualifying races. I guess that's what you get when you don't get 2-day shipping, but
Yes, 2-day shipping. Drats.
So, this way to Velocitronia Days Inn, and you can stay on the first floor is where we put all the other vendor bots, and you're good with the pay, yes?
Yes. Question.
Mm-hmm.
Do I have a nice room?
It's okay.
Oh, hey.
Yeah, Velocitronia Days Inn is one of the better hotels in the city. So, it's okay.
Outstanding. Take me to my room. I need to recharge.
You follow this mystery bot to everyone else. They already know him as Dirt Boss, to Velocitronia Days Inn.
I suggest, if you are calling, you best have a good reason. I have many experiments going.
I have the Tox-En.
Excellent. Bring it to my lab.
Luna 2, I presume.
No. There's been an incident and I have had to relocate to one of our older locations.
Look, I don't keep a list of where all of your labs are. Just send me the coordinates and I'll drop off the package. Do you have energon cubes for this?
Yes. It is, as we agreed, 100 energon cubes per item. Sending coordinates now.